everyone, this is Lorraine. So today I'm going to go over my 31st week of pregnancy. Today I am technically 32 weeks and 4 days pregnant, I think. I'm due April 2nd with a boy. I'm really excited. And let me just talk about my 31st week. So 31st week, I had a doctor's appointment. Another really standard doctor's appointment. Go in, pee in a cup, have my weight taken, measure my blood pressure. They measure the baby's heart rate, and then they measure the fundal height. And very standard. The only difference is this week I did not gain any weight. And I think that's because as my belly gets bigger, it's just growing, and I don't think there's much room in there, so I'm just not as hungry as I was previously in pregnancy. I'm still hungry, but I'm hungry at the point where I was like pre-pregnancy. I'm not like when I wake up in the morning feeling like I need to eat something right away, and then like a couple hours later I'm so hungry for lunch. Like I could basically pass on breakfast now if I wanted to, like I used to, but I still eat a little bit of something in the morning just for the baby's sake. I know that if for some reason I weren't to eat, the baby would just take it from me anyway, so they just steal whatever they needed from my body anyway, so yeah, but I'm just less hungry, so I think that's why I didn't gain any weight this week. My blood pressure was a little bit lower this week. Normally, like, I'm pretty standard. It's always 117 over, I think it's 70. I'm not 100% sure, but it's 117 over something. This week it was 112, so not a big difference. Still completely normal. Baby's heart rate was 140 some this week, which was the same as the previous week. Which is normal. And what else? The fundal height this week was 32 centimeters, which is, I guess, a week ahead, which is fine. As long as it's not over 2 centimeters ahead, then I think you're good. So no concern there. The nurse again this week said to me, I think you're going to have a good sized baby. And I must have looked at her kind of like scared this week, because she's like, I don't mean that you're going to have like a 9 or 10 pound baby. I just don't think that you're going to have like a small 6 pound baby. So I didn't really think I was going to have a 6 pound baby. I really thought I was going to have like a 7 or 8 pound baby. So I don't know. You never know what you're really going to have. But my husband was 6 pounds. I was 7 pounds, 8 ounces. I was 10 days late. He was on time. So it all kind of plays a factor in there, I would think. I've been reading things where people say online that it's according to the husband's weight. I've read things, I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. But I'm hoping that our baby is like closer to my weight as a baby, maybe closer to my brother's weight as a baby. My brother was 8 pounds something, and he was really long as a baby, like 22.5 inches. So I'm hoping that our baby's like more like that, where he gets like our tall genes and like my side of the family's tall genes. It's not that my husband's short. He's just not tall for a guy. My husband's like, I think like 5'9", which is like whatever. But I'm 5'7", which is tall for a girl. So I don't know. I just like our baby to be tall. I don't think that it's going to be, you know, possible with my husband's genes, but we'll see. I think the baby will at least be taller than we are. So, yeah. As I mentioned last week, I did sign up for, like, every class imaginable at the hospital I'll be delivering at. So this past week, or my 31st week, I went to a childbirth class, which was basically, it was a weekend class, so I went on Saturday and Sunday, and it was basically where they talk about all aspects of birth. And then the nurse was really helpful that taught the class. Like, it was a great class to take. And a little bit of like the Lamaze kind of things, but like all aspects of birth, like just talked about everything. Some things that I found interesting in the class, she talked about babies after they're born. And she said nowadays, like, she teaches another class where people bring in their babies every week, and they just, I don't know, I think it's just like kind of like a mommy time class where they just can all get together and talk. But she said there's a lot of like different shaped heads out there now for babies, where like 20 some years ago you didn't see that. Like when I was a baby, and the reason is when I was a baby, we slept on our stomachs, but now that's a no-no. You want babies to sleep on their back, and it's good for them to sleep on their back because it has reduced SIDS 40%. But that's sudden infant death syndrome. It's reduced it 40% because of babies sleeping on their back now. But what was great about whenever like I was a baby and I'd sleep on my stomach, a baby, there are a couple things that are good about it. The baby learns to lift its head sooner. Like now babies are rolling over a lot later than they used to. So tummy time is really crucial. And it wasn't, the baby's head wasn't like being laid on a certain spot, and it wasn't causing their head to become funny shapes. So you actually have to rotate a baby. I didn't realize this. I don't know if like, but you have to kind of rotate babies just so they're not always on the same position on their head, because their skull is not completely like fused together and formed, so it can cause their brain to like grow up, which is kind of scary to me, it sounded. And she was showing us pictures like of babies with like kind of like cone shaped heads, like not like a lot of babies are born with cone shaped heads, like that kind of resolves itself in like a couple days, but where the cone kind of head was staying because the brain started growing like up and stuff. So you have to make sure you change the baby's head position. She was talking about one of the people at her class, and she said that she noticed the baby was always laying with its like neck to the side, and she had to tell the girl, you know, you need to talk to your pediatrician about this. And the girl actually had to get physical therapy on her baby because the baby had like, you know, extreme flat spot, and it was just laying how it was like comfortable, but the neck muscles were all kind of messed up, so now it gets physical therapy to kind of straighten that out. But you can always fix it. She said like as long as you do it in a certain period of time, you can fix like you can kind of fix it. But that, I didn't know that, you know, like you could, I guess the eyes can be off on the baby too from like it laying its head in the same position all the time. So she said it's important to like kind of prop the baby up. It's really important to do tummy time several times, or at least once a day for a couple hours. But supervised, obviously. You want to make sure you're doing supervised tummy time. But that was probably the most interesting thing that I learned during that birthing class. We watched videos on natural childbirth, vaginal childbirth with an epidural, C-section. It was a really kind of informative class, and I really liked it. So if anyone out there is having a baby or thinking about having a baby, I don't think it's a bad idea to go take these classes. They just kind of just really are informative, and I was great. I'm lucky because I had such a great teacher during my class, so I lucked out. But I really enjoyed it. So I have a couple more classes to go to. I actually just came from a class today, which was a child care basics class. And that was an okay class. It was pretty like standard, like pretty like much common sense kind of class. But I think in the long run that it's basically, even though it's common sense, it kind of just like, it kind of just makes you, I can't think of the right word right now, more confident. Just have like, you know, not completely scared when you have this newborn in front of you. You just kind of you know what you're going to do, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'll talk about it in next week's video since it's really a 32-week thing. But the classes are very helpful. So yeah, helpful. My symptoms this week, I've still yet to have any cravings. My husband, I don't know if he had any cravings this week or not. He might have, I don't know. My husband is the one with the cravings. I do not have cravings whatsoever. The movement of the baby, I'm seeing my belly move a lot more. And it's throughout the day and everything too, where it used to be mainly at nighttime, and I still see him moving the most at nighttime, but I look down at my belly sometimes during the day and I'm just amazed because he's just kind of moving all over, and he moves. I'm really interested to see in my ultrasound when I go next week to see like how he's positioned in there, because it's just really interesting. Like the movement is all the way across my belly. The nurse at my appointment said she thinks he's head down, so that's a good thing. So he's not in breach or anything, or well, what she thinks he's not, but I don't know. I don't know. I just am interested because there's a lot of movement all over my belly. I definitely see that he's mainly on my left side of my belly though. I talked about that to my friend, and she said with both her girls, they were both on the right side. So it's kind of interesting. Just, I don't know how that works. Like, I guess, I don't know. But he's on the left side of my belly. I'm getting a little bit dehydrated again, so I'm still drinking. I'm drinking a lot more water. I was drinking lots and lots of water, and then I got to a point where I wasn't dehydrated, so I was drinking water. And I was drinking a lot, but just not as much. Now I'm like getting super dehydrated again, where I'm needing a lot of water. So maybe that's part of the reason I actually lost weight, or not lost weight, but stayed the same, is because maybe of how much water I was ingesting. Maybe keeps me full a little bit more. I still experience acid reflux at nighttime. I had a lot of people recommend some really great things that I would like to try. I just haven't had the opportunity to try them yet. Somebody mentioned eating like apples. I don't remember if it was just green apples or apples in general, but I just haven't. I've been really busy this past week, so I'm gonna do that. Somebody mentioned a couple other things. I need to go through my last week's video and see what people recommended again. But yeah, I still am getting acid reflux at nighttime, so I'm still taking my Zantac 75 at nighttime, which helps me a lot, just easier that way. I have started to feel a little bit of a pain in the top of my ribs, like right over here. It's not that I'm not feeling like a kicking or a jabbing or anything. Like nothing's really uncomfortable in my stomach, where I hear like a lot of times where people talk about their babies like punching them in the ribs and stuff. I just sometimes will feel this pain in my ribs, and I'm sure it has something to do with the baby. But for me, like the movement part of the baby, I see him move a lot more than I actually feel him move. And I don't know, when I went for my 3D ultrasound, they told me that she was completely shocked that I wasn't feeling him anymore because he was moving like crazy, and I just didn't feel it. I just the only time I ever felt him move during my ultrasound was when he did like this really big jolt. And I just felt it, but it was more that I think that like my belly like moved on the outside. So I'm just not, I guess, as in tune with my body as some people. But I'm feeling like a pain in my ribs a little bit, just randomly throughout the day. So if that's the worst I get, then I am really lucky. I've had really easy pregnancy. So I think that's about it. I still haven't developed any stretch marks. For the past 2 weeks, I've probably been using this, which is the Mama Mio Tummy Rub Stretch Mark Oil. I really like this stuff. As I mentioned before, I was using the Burt's Bees, like the oil and the lotion for the, like I think they call it Mama Bee, which is preventative stretch mark measure or whatever. Just keeps you moisturized and nice. But you can tell I've used to this point of it already. This stuff is awesome. I really like it. And it doesn't have a really bad fragrance. Like I know some people, there are other ones out there that kind of have a kind of a rank fragrance, but I really like the smell of this one. Yeah, it just kind of has a really nice scent to it. I think the Burt's Bees, I might like the scent of it a little bit better, but it's not overpowering. It's really nice. I do think that my belly button, I say this in like all of my videos, but I'm thinking my belly button is really gonna pop out very soon. I feel like now it looks completely flat, where it's like, it just looks like it's ready to pop out. I don't know if it's going to, but it probably will pop out like the last day of my pregnancy. Like it'll be like pop out and then it'll be like, okay, time to have the baby, like kind of thing. But it hasn't popped out. My husband's like, you bet. My husband doesn't want it to. He thinks that's like completely disgusting. But I swear, when I was watching the show The Walking Dead, which comes back on this Sunday, which I'm excited about, I can't remember even her name, but when she's pregnant, her belly button was sticking out and it just looks so cute. I thought, wow, I want that. So yeah, I think that's it with my pregnancy thus far. I'm going to show you some things that I purchased. Not everything that I've purchased this past week, but just some little things that I thought were cute and a couple gifts. So the things that I purchased this week, I purchased this kit, and I've been looking for like a nice little kit like this. And this one I ordered from Land of Nod, which is a Crate and Barrel like children's website. So I ordered this, and it has basically like has a thermometer, which you need for a baby. But I learned at my baby basics care class today that most pediatricians, they want like a rectal thermometer. Like they want to know the temperature from a rectal thermometer, which this can be used as a rectal thermometer. So that's good, because I had a lot of people say you need an ear thermometer, but the nurse said that a lot of pediatricians wouldn't let you come in until you actually did like a reading through a rectal thermometer. So that was something interesting. I also learned that I'm not supposed to clip the baby's nails at the hospital. I wanted to ask why, but I forgot, so I'll ask next time around, because I still have a couple more classes there. But this seemed like a nice kit, and it looked nice, and it didn't look like as cheap as some of the other ones. At my hospital, they told me that I'll actually get 2 free nasal aspirator things, which are very important, which she said are like the best ones that you can get. So I've been learning like the things that I will be getting for free at the hospital that I won't need to bring with me for when the baby's born. If you watch my other videos, you might know that I am a big fan of Keith Haring. I even have a Keith Haring tattoo, which is, you know, cool. And I found these bibs I got these ones from diapers.com, but they're just little Keith Haring images. So that's a baby one. That is like, has one with like little cats and dogs, I think, on it. Is that what they are? I don't know, just little animal-y things. And then this black design, which I really liked. And this is by a company called Bumpkins, I think. Yes. And then I also got this little Keith Haring, like, mini thing that I'm going to put in my diaper bag, which I'll show you my diaper bag because my husband bought me a really nice diaper bag. But I really liked this, and then I liked that it came with the changing pad. So it came with the little Keith Haring changing pad, so that was cool. And those are both I got from diapers.com. I saw the bibs also on the website Bye Bye Baby, which I think the bibs on Bye Bye Baby were actually less expensive on Bye Bye Baby for some reason, but they didn't sell this on Bye Bye Baby. Then I got these, the PPTPs. It says for PPTP for the sprinkling wee wee. I just think they're really funny and really cute. They're for changing a baby boy. I don't know like really how well these are going to work, but why not? We'll see if we can try to prevent getting peed on. I saw the lady change a real boy's diaper today, and she put a washcloth over his little penis right away, because she said, you know, you sometimes get peed on, and then she said she pours like a little bit, like drops a little bit of water on it, just to see. I don't know, like she was changing a newborn diaper, and then that sometimes makes them have to pee, so then she put the washcloth on it. I don't know. I think these are completely funny and completely adorable. And then the other thing that I bought were these flashcards, which I won't be needing to use for a while, but they're also from Land of Nod, and they are animal flashcards with just different animals and different letters, kind of to learn the ABCs. I did get, I got my bouncer, which is Baby Bjorn bouncer. I got a bathtub. I got some other things, but I don't need to mention all those things. Okay, and some of the gifts that I received this week, I got these cute little lion slippers. I saw these on Etsy, and there was only a pattern for it. You couldn't actually buy the little lion slippers, and I don't know how to crochet or anything. And so I showed them on my Facebook page, and I had someone say to me, I'll make those for you. So Dawn made these for me. They're so cute. I'm like, you should sell these. These are amazing, because not everyone is this crafty. I know I couldn't make these even if I wanted to, or if I had the patience to. But I love them so much. So I am so thankful that she made them, because if you all know, I love little lions, and I just love these so much. So I'm really excited. So she made those for me. I have to do something for her, but they are so cute. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if she wants to ever make them and sell them, because they're cool. And then I got this gift from B, and she actually came into my family store. She came in while I was working one day too, so that was nice. And she bought me, these just came out of the dryer. They're not completely dry yet, because I started washing all the baby's clothes. But it's from one of my favorite baby lines ever. So like everybody that watches me, like that sends me things, like seems to know me so well. So it's by Splendid, and this is a little outfit, and it's a little like gray and black little striped shirt, which is perfect. And then these little navy pants, which are adorable. They're wet because they're not completely dry, but I wanted to show you them. So they're not really supposed to be like that. And then this little jacket, and they're all by Splendid. I love these things so much. I actually have quite a few Splendid little onesies for the baby already, and then some little Splendid pants. So she just knew me. She knew me so well. And then my really big gift, which is like my push present, that my husband gave me this week. I told him it can be my Valentine's Day present if he wants. But it's this Prada baby bag, which I absolutely love. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. You can't go wrong. And I'm like, I told him, I'm like, you hold it. Didn't see how it looks, so he held it. And I'm like, it even looks good with you. So he can carry it too. But I love it. And then I think I'll put like my little, like, this will go in here just holding diapers and like diaper essentials. So I think that would be nice to just stick in there. So then when you want to grab something out, it'll be perfect. But it's so beautiful. I love it. So I've gotten really lucky. And then I think that's it for this week. So I'm going to show you my belly now. Okay, so same jewels, large disc, 24-inch chain, a 42-inch oval, and then my cuff bracelets, my bling bling. I got a manicure this week, but I'm trying to go polishless, so I just got my nails buffered because my cuticles actually have become a mess for the last like couple weeks of pregnancy. So my top is by L&A, and my jeans are new. They're by AG. They're called the Stilt. And you buy your maternity jeans in pre-pregnancy size. But I feel like my belly is getting huge. And then, let me show you my belly. So that's my pregnant belly. Let's see if I get closer. It's doing good. It's doing good. I feel like it looks like so much bigger, but I always, every time I see it, I'm like, so much bigger. I'm like, it just keeps growing. How much more is it actually going to grow? And I still have, I'm almost where I only have like 7 weeks left. But like really 7 weeks, like how much can it grow in 7 weeks? Like crazy. But that's my belly. And then someone asked me about maternity jeans. I'm really going to do a video in the next couple weeks on all my maternity jeans and do an overview. But yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to post them below, and I will see you all very soon with another video. Goodbye.